So, I am out trying my new Klim Kodiak jacket. This is the first ride on this. I decided to try something else, and I just can't seem to find a jacket I like. I've been running Revit Sands for a long time. I've had the original one, the one, the two, the three. Um, don't think I had the four. I don't think so. But I've had a lot of sands. But it was time for something else because if I get caught out in the rain, the sand stops some water, but not a lot. And I wanted something that I wouldn't have to stop and take the jacket off, put a rain liner in, and keep on going. And so I decided to check out Klim. Revit does make a jacket with Gore-Tex, but I didn't like the look of it. So I decided to try Klim. I actually have a very old, like from 2015, Klim Badlands Pro. And that one's okay. But I don't like the looks of that. It's not extremely comfortable. It's okay. It's not extremely comfortable. So I decided to try the Klim Carlsbad. Actually, I went down to a local motorcycle shop. I say local, it's like 45 minutes away. And tried on the Carlsbad, there's another kind of more street one. Can't remember the name of it. And the Carlsbad felt good in the store. And I bought a size large. Got it home. Just kind of wore it around. And it was just a little too bulky. And so I went down back to the store, changed it for a medium. And that one fit better. It was a little tight when I have a mid layer on. I have a Klim jacket that I use as a mid layer. I forget what model that is. And it was a little tight with that. I also have a cordless heated jacket. And it was pretty darn tight with that. Probably would have been doable, but just wasn't totally right. And so I decided to try the Klim Kodiak. Unfortunately, of course, it's the most expensive, kind of more street-oriented jacket they have. It's the top of the line street jacket they have. Or touring jacket, whatever you want to call it. In tightness, I think this thing's proven. And I got it yesterday, and immediately when I put it on, it felt pretty darn good. It has stretch fabric kind of underneath the armpits area, and a little down the side, and it just felt really good from the get-go. I bought a size 26, which is a little bit shorter, because I'm only 5'9", and I found jackets like to bunch up right here in my chest, and that drives me nuts. I can't stand that. The Revit fit pretty darn good. That's why I wore Revit Sands for so long. And so this is, like I said, a size 26. Keep on having problems. And this fits really good. Now, when I put mid layer in it, it's a little tighter. Still pretty comfortable, but just a little hard to move around comfortably. But the jacket again is new, so I still need to break it in. It's a tiny bit stiff, but I don't think that'll take that long. And right now, I have to climb right across the double yellow, jackass. Right now, I have the climb puffy jacket that comes with the Kodiak. I guess that kind of adds to the expense. It makes this a $1,400 jacket. But it's a really cool puffy jacket. It looks good, fits great, and it's a little bulky and a little hard to move with that in here now. The biggest problem I have, besides being short, is kind of have a short neck, and it's a fat neck, but short, and so it always feels like the shoulders of whatever jacket I'm wearing kind of get in the way of me turning my head a lot with the jacket. This one does it less than the Carlsbad, but still does a little bit. Another thing I like about this, and I think most climbs do this, is the zipper also zips up from the bottom, which I like because it kind of makes it bunch up a little bit less. I also did not like the colors available in the Carlsbad. I ended up just getting a black one because none of the color schemes I liked. This blue of the Kodiak, I really like. I really like blue. My Sand 3 was blue, and I just like that. Of course, I want to look good. What's wrong with that? So far, I just have to get a little bit used to the Kodiak and the fit and the kind of the stiffness, but I think that'll go away in time. It does stretch when I reach out to the bars. It does stretch and feels good. But I can tell you, riding around, it is now 46 degrees and pretty darn windy, so the wind chill's pretty darn cold. And it was colder when I left the house today. I don't feel any wind on me at all. My torso is nice and warm. I probably would very rarely need the heated jacket. It's nice to have it if I really need it. If I know I'm going to hit some cold weather, I'll carry it with me. Most times I probably won't. But the puffy jacket that comes with this is another nice thing about it is it rolls up and fits within one of the pockets of the jacket. So it bunches up kind of small, doesn't take that much space, and actually I could use it as a pillow if I wanted to. Probably wouldn't be worth $1,400 to most people, but always believe kind of buy once, cry once. I certainly have tried to cheap out on things before, and always end up regretting it. Going back, just like going to the Carlsbad. I knew about this jacket before I bought the Carlsbad, but I wanted to go cheaper. Carlsbad is half the price. I right now do not have the Kodiak pants. Not sure that I'll get them. I'm wearing my Revit sand pants. But again, the only reason I would go to the Kodiak pants is if it starts raining. The pants are even worse than the jacket because you got to take the pants fully off, put your rain liner in, and then put your pants back on, put your boots back on if you can't do it with your boots on, and that's a struggle. It can be done, but it's a struggle. So we'll see how I feel. The Kodiak pants are very expensive as well. They're like $700 or something like that, give or take. So we'll see how I feel about that. I did try on the Carlsbad pants, and I did not like the fit of them. They're just too bulky, and I don't like really bulky pants. I don't feel like I feel like I'm wearing a clown suit. It's ridiculous. So Carlsbad pants were out of the question. Now temperatures dropped to 42 degrees. Now I don't purposely necessarily go ride in cold weather, but it's Colorado. Sometimes you have to. It's cold a lot of the year, especially up where I live, down in the city. I'm sure it's a lot. Typically, it's like 20 degrees warmer down in the city. I live up at 9,000 feet, so it gets cold. Coldest I ever rode in. Me and a friend of mine took a trip, and the day we were leaving, we had scheduled the trip for a long time, so it's kind of set in stone. It was only a 3-day trip. We could have pushed it. We didn't want to. It was 19 degrees when we left. Really cold. It was clear out, but it was 19 degrees. Blistering. But I've ridden in having it snowing on me. Road has a bunch of slush on it. So it happens to Colorado. So I just want to be prepared. I wanted a different jacket. I'll never have to take this thing off to do anything, except if it gets cold. I'll just have to put in a base layer, or a pit layer. For a base layer, I just wear a t-shirt. I've never actually purchased a regular base layer. I have a base layer for pants on the top. Anyways, that's my initial impression of the Klim Kodiak. Looks good, don't you think? So, probably do a review after having it for man, it is windy. Now it's down to 39 degrees. I already got the notification earlier this ride of possible ice. No, roads may be icy. There it is. Guess that comes on at 39 degrees. Comes on at 37 degrees. Like I said, initial impression of the Klim Kodiak.